Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you for being here today. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night. We're going to get a little clarity, see what messages would be helpful today. This reading is timeless. Whenever it finds you, it's the right time. See what resonates, leave what doesn't. Always follow that divine inner guidance that's in you and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. We're going to start with the mystery deck. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. I feel like I'm playing Jenga. I feel like this one is sticking out. So you are receiving guidance to be with a certain person, whether this is a romantic relationship or whether this is a business partner. I feel like this one wants to come now. This is someone that's going to be really important in your life. Perhaps you've met them, perhaps you have not yet. Ooh, looks like somebody is going to woo you. I mean, that would be somebody that I feel like you should be in gratitude right now that is where you're being guided to. Or who's, getting guidance towards you. This is somebody that wants to go on dates with you. I even just see breakfast. I feel like this is somebody that wants to have really exciting experiences and something about simplicity. Maybe you're wanting to woo someone else. Maybe right now, if there's no one else in the mix, you just got to woo you. What would woo you? What would make you really excited? Somebody's going to have big, that's our card. I feel like big butterflies in their tummy and in their heart. So it does make me feel a little nervous, but in a really nice way. Maybe somebody really wants to impress you. I feel like you're not even necessarily impressed with, I don't know. I feel like you're impressed with somebody just wanting to spend time with you, or just the way that your energies groove together. The way that you handle different experiences with this person, whatever the experiences are. Unlocked cage. If you are keeping yourself caged in, I feel like something is definitely opening up. I feel like if somebody else was also feeling kind of trapped, or like their circumstances or their territory, whatever that is, kind of felt caged in, all of a sudden somebody's going to see that door is open. You go through the open door and go out to where it maybe is a little bit unfamiliar territory, but I feel like outside that cage is where somebody spreads their wings and recognizes there's the freedom to fly. It looks like maybe it starts with walking out the door, bathing in the sunshine, having a moment to relax. Maybe you have a really nice porch or a balcony, something like that. I feel like even this reminds me of being in New York and kind of just like sitting on the stoop. Like you just need to get out of the house. You just want to watch the people walk by. Maybe this is even connecting to nature. Maybe you were the key to someone unlocking themselves from a situation where they just sort of felt trapped, but actually weren't. And what do you get to do? Maybe somebody gets to woo you. I feel like that's maybe the biggest message here. What do you get to do, not have to do? What makes you excited to get to do it? What can you plan and you want to get to do it again and again and again? And what do you get to do differently? What do you get to do now that, this cage has been unlocked and territory is growing? Let's see what this is all about. With these, I kind of feel like we should start with the divine truth. So let me grab that one. Let's get a couple of these. Let's get a couple. Oh, I didn't even realize. Ooh, when I see a card, I like to show it. Maybe somebody was in a cage, choosing their head over their heart. Also, you have the divine feminine here. I just wanted to shuffle, but let's take a little peek-a-roo at those. And let's see what flips out here. What messages would be helpful to clarify a connection coming in? Somebody wanting to woo you, or for some of you, somebody you already have met, but maybe it just hasn't fully come together yet. So let's get you a little clarity. What would be helpful to know today? Please and thank you. It's all about your energy. Maybe it's that's whatever I saw before. Somebody just wants to be in your energy. Someone really likes your sunshine. Someone maybe recognizes a lot of transformation has happened in you, or somebody is inspired by how far you've come, the things you've gotten through, how you always had figured out how to unlock your own cage or find your own key. I've transformed into my higher self because of you. Your energy changed me. So this is you just being you, living by an example, being in that energy of enthusiasm on all the projects you're working on, the experiences you create in your life. And I feel like this stimulated somebody to make some changes and do some transforming in their own life. I kind of feel like it was almost like you, I don't know, you just like grooved in your soul. That made sense. It's like you just got your groove on. You just kind of did you, and you almost gave somebody else permission that they can grow too, that they can get to do things in their life too. Maybe that's you inspired someone that they get to woo you. I've transformed into my higher self. So if this is somebody perhaps that was in the cage of 3D land and wasn't really involving their higher self to guide them on that journey or along the way or towards you, then this is somebody that's learned to trust their connection with God, their connection with source, their own energy, or even the energies of different environments or people around them, and making decisions on that inner feeling, that inner guidance, more than just the old noggin. Or if it's 3D land, what society tells them, they should be doing. I feel like somebody's tapping into more of a soul calling here. There's another message. Wow. Somebody wants to woo you until they are, until they are old and gray. Somebody wants to stick around because your energy vibrates in such a way with them that they want to experience it all with you and then some. So God is guiding you towards somebody that wants to be there forever. They don't want to go anywhere. Even if your energy is weird one day, this is somebody that wants to transform with you. This is somebody that wants to grow with you. Promise me you won't stop loving me even when we are old and gray, together and forever. This is someone that wants to keep their promises to you. This is somebody that the moment you met, they are picturing their whole life with you. I feel like there's definitely somebody that if they're not already thinking about wooing you and daydreaming about you, the minute they meet you, they're going to start to think of, I'm just getting really outside of their typical comfort zone. I am getting, for some of you, this might be somebody you're meeting that's not typically the romantic type, but all of a sudden, their mind is daydreaming into romance land with you. I'm going to try to put this whole deck together. Let's see. What else? The moonlight. The moon represents your emotions. Moonlight is the reflection of your love. I don't know why I want to say somebody might like your tush, or you like somebody's butt. I just thought of like somebody mooning somebody. The moon represents your emotions. Maybe somebody has a lot of emotions for you. Also, I kind of feel like this is somebody who doesn't normally express their emotions, but with you, they feel comfortable. I am also getting a little bit of that somewhere out there energy with that card, you know, from like the American Tale. Somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe you met someone, but there's been some distance. You just know when you look up at the sky, you almost have this peace of mind that you get to look at the same moon. But there's something about you coming together, and you're going to get to look at it together. I looked at that at 11:22. What is another message? Let's get one more. Please and thank you. One more message on moonlight, grow old, and energy. This deck is so big, and I have huge hands. That's your energy. You got energy and you have frequency. There's something about your energy, like plugging someone in, but also it's plugging in to your own energies. It's adjusting your frequency if you felt it was a little off or a little caged in. It's letting your aura, you know, even if there's a cage there, your aura is going to be so big, it's going to bust. I see it just busting that door open. I actually see it like a bird cage, and I feel like your energy actually goes out, and I see all of the bars bending like Superman style, like so I mean, that's pretty strong frequency. It's also you being in the right frequency at the right timing for you to come together in the right vibration, so something is built on a solid foundation and is long lasting. I can't stop thinking about you. We are aligning on the same frequency and vibration. That means you're a vibrational match. You know, somebody wants to woo you as much as you want to woo them. So if some of you did have distance or something like that with a certain person, that distance is valuable for you and possibly that person to get in the same vibe, you know, change your wavelength if something was a little wonky before. So maybe you're doing some self-reflecting on your own energy or your own goals for your future. What you get to do. If there's somebody that you keep thinking about, they're probably thinking about you at the same time. I also feel like it's, for some of you, somebody brand new. But it's interesting because I see somebody thinking about the other person. But if it's like, if you just have a conversation with somebody and you have this, you know, cool ideas that you thought of, you're thinking about the person. But I feel like it's more inspiration that that person has redirected you to put some energy into something you were doing. I don't feel like it's just about the other person and kind of obsession. I feel like it's more inspiring for more changes to happen. How can you transform something because of what you talked about? What is adjusting in your current dreams compared to your past dreams? Because, you know, vibing with a certain person has brought new information, insight, energy into your life, into the mix. Let's get one more. What is one more? Over it. They look like the same thing. So This is somebody that recognizes you're not afraid to say no, or you're not afraid to walk away if the vibes don't feel right, or if somebody doesn't follow through with any promises they made. This is somebody who's just not going to do something the old way anymore, especially if it made them feel or made you feel like you were always, you know, getting trapped in a situation or trapped in that cage. They know you are over the games and you will no longer accept less than you deserve. That's really strong. Maybe that's something that you learned in space apart with a certain person, or maybe because of a certain person, which is really strong. If some of you had a situation that was a little bit weird, but you learned to value yourself, you learned what is healthy for you and what is not, you learn to say no when you want to say no and set boundaries that are healthy because they're, you know, for your highest and greatest good, then I feel like you're coming into the mix with somebody new who really likes that about you. They like that you're not going to take their crap. But maybe you took crap from somebody else, or you took breadcrumbs from somebody else, and you learned a lot by going through that situation. And that was actually soul's growth. That was also actually preparation for you. So you're in the right solid vibes when this person that's being guided towards you comes in. If some of you do have somebody coming back and they're recognizing that you've changed, you know, you're not going to stand, you know, let something go like you did in the past, especially if it was somebody's bad behavior or actions that didn't match words. And you do have somebody here transforming into their higher self because of you, and your energy changed them. So I feel like you had to be really, I mean, she looks like she's, you know, in that cat energy, but she's almost like, you know what, take it or leave it. I feel like if there was any kind of game playing before, I mean, unless it's fun games, you know, but this is somebody who's like, all right, you know, don't let the door hit you in the ass. I'm not gonna go. I don't feel like you're chasing somebody here. I feel like you're not gonna allow anything in unless you feel it was guided to you by God. If it feels like the frequency is right. If it feels like when you think about this person, you think of sunshine and moonlight. They know that you're over the games. You no longer accept less than you deserve. So somebody wants to come in and stick around, make promises that they keep because they feel like you deserve the best of them and not their old narrative or their old ways. 5D. So maybe right now you are looking at the same moon, but you are in separation. But this is somebody who still feels your energy, even if you're not there. Says, you made me realize that we are one. Meet me in, I said that somewhere out there, meet me in the stars tonight. Somebody's looking up at the sky and wishing for you. And if some of you are connecting to someone new, this is somebody who's just trusting that God will bring the person meant for them into their world. And maybe they don't even know who you are, but energetically you do. You know, you have a soul contract with a certain person. Also, whatever I said before about somebody with like the unlocked cage that was, you know, maybe stuck in the 3D world, the commercialized world, society, the status quo, whatever. This is somebody that's definitely connecting to their higher self, to spirituality. So, do I have my glasses? I do. I'm going to pull you an angel card. This is the guardian angel cards. They're hearts. They're kind of weird to shuffle and such. So let's get you one guardian angel card. What is one angel card that would be helpful? Please and thank you. What is the angels want the collective to know? Please and thank you. It's like the cover page on the thing. Maybe there's something about an intro, or there's something about looking inside for the message or getting more info. Guardian Angel cards, 2018. I don't know, but I feel like even when cards like that come through, they're important. Maybe it's getting past the intro, opening something up to get the message. Believe. Be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of any preconceived ideas. There is nothing to fear. You are constantly surrounded by love. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound, provided you are flexible. So be flexible enough to bend that cage open and expand into new territory. You know, it's having that prayer and that belief, that wish, that desire that is not where your ego is getting in the way of the possibility that your dream come true, or the person coming in your life could be different than what you imagined. It could also be that the person you thought would never change comes in different than you imagined. So wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound. It's funny because I saw that like a book. Maybe something was like a bound book. Provided you are flexible and retained an open heart and mind. Believe all is possible. Let's get you, let's get a couple of tarot. I'm not sure which ones. I kind of feel like the ones with the words are the right ones. I don't think I have them. Maybe it's not the right one. I'm going to keep going. I don't want to get up and pause this again. So let's use this one. It's kind of different. Let's do the rustic and see what messages would be helpful for you. What are some messages on believe, 5D, over it, frequency, moonlight, grow old in energy, get to do, unlock cage, woo you, and God is guiding you to be together. What do you got? You got Big Mama Pizza. And what is this? Canned beans. I just thought of Canned Heat by Jamiroquai. So you have the Queen of Meals and the Nine of Meals. So, wow, that's actually really nice. You have, so this is like, the Queen is like the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is stable, realistic, reliable, dependable, sensual, strong, and abundant. She knows, I like that she has the pizza, because I always see the Queen of Pentacles as the one that, you know, takes all the almost not good vegetables that are in the fridge and finds a can of beans and somehow makes the most extravagant meal out of nothing. She's usually very creative. She's very deliberate. She's a hard worker. I feel like she's the one that builds a tree house, you know, in her sassy heels, if she has to. She can like put things together. Little corner, big Italy. Maybe you connect to somebody that's Italian, or you're Italian. Maybe this is somebody who really likes to cook. The canned beans. Also, this is somebody, maybe this is just you getting to do something you love to do, and that becomes a real source of stability in your life, because the Nine of Pentacles is somebody that worked really hard for all that they have acquired in their life, and they deserve to have the best. They deserve everything because they put energy, effort, time, and love into it. And It's sometimes taking a break, taking a moment to relax and enjoy the surroundings that you have created. It's like the self-made man or woman. Maybe some of you are starting a business, or you meet somebody at the pizza place, or the can, buy the can of beans in the grocery store. It does say new fart-friendly formula. It's so funny. So at least you know that these beans were soaked properly. 9 of meals, genuine. Let's get another one. What does this say? Something about burning. It looks like, I don't know, I want to say, she looks sassy. Big Mama Pizza. Let's see, clarify the Queen of Meals and the 9 of Meals. And the 10 of Drinks, the Magician, and the World. God is guiding you to, really be in the right place for something to really take off like a rocket. This is you expanding, not just in the world, but it feels like your whole universe is expanding here. Journey into outer space, to the space and beyond. The world, follow your, that's what I always say. If you don't know what really makes you excited, what makes you hugely enthusiastic, go with the baby enthusiasm. What makes you curious? Start there. Ask those questions. That curiosity is usually that little peek, that little open door that takes you to something like, oh, I didn't know that asking questions and going down that rabbit hole would bring you there, and you'll know the difference in the energy. The world is a big ending. Maybe something had to end. That chapter had to end. You had to learn something from that, past go around or the last go around, because the world is like, take a bow. That was a really weird last chapter, but you're grateful for the new one. I'm getting tongue-tied now. Maybe it's about speaking, or somebody's so excited they don't even have the words to express themselves. It's also where, even if you're take a bow, that last one was so beautiful, but still somebody ready for something new. So it does look like there has to be this ending for a new beginning. If somebody had one foot kind of, I don't know, like one foot through that portal of the leap of faith at the Fool, and one foot kind of stuck back there in judgment, and, not really knowing how to maneuver or what they need to change. I feel like somebody is coming out of that. I don't know. I feel like it's like stuck in between worlds, or stuck in between a transition, not quite knowing if they are ready. I feel like somebody's going to feel ready. I also feel like somebody's nervous, because all of a sudden I'm connecting to an energy where the words aren't flowing through right. Maybe I just got excited about all these cards. So you got the 10 of Drinks. Maybe somebody likes whiskey, or it's about having something neat. It's something where it's a limited edition. There's only, only one was made for you. Maybe it's not even a limited edition. Maybe it's actually tailor-made, divinely made for you. This is a happily ever after. It's the 10 of Drinks. It's your wish come true. It's that happily ever after, ... It's that happily ever after fantasy fairy tale energy with a little, with a little dash of reality. That the fantasy is great to imagine, but being in the reality of real life situations is actually even better. This is being around the people that you energetically vibe with, the people that you love being around. Because it doesn't have to be just this person. It's overall energies in your life that bring you the energy of enjoyment and fun. The 10 of Drinks could be where somebody had to end a cycle, really go outside their comfort zone, because it's sometimes where something seemed to be a possibility for wishes that could come true, and then the reality set in and it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. It didn't really turn out that way at all. It was a chapter that got a little too weird at the end, and it's somebody you know, closing that chapter, putting that book on the shelf, and getting excited to open a whole brand new, fresh chapter here, where somebody puts their energy into something they feel really good about. The Magician is Virgo and Gemini energy. The greatest mystery show of all time. I did start with my mystery messages here. The Art of Magic. Great show tonight. The Magician. But there's something better about this kind of connection. You know, it's not like cheap parlor tricks energy. There's something where the magic that is being made, the manifestation that you get to have, feels like spiritual magic, because you are connecting to your soul. You're listening to your higher self. You're recognizing you have all the tools right around you right now today to start on something for your wish to come true, to unfold, to come in, whether that's what you want to do with your time and energy, projects you're working on, your career, or the people you manifest, your friends, your soul tribe, your person. This is where you recognize you already had that talent in you the whole time. Maybe you just had to practice more. You already had the answer or the solution in you, but usually you have to think about something a different way. Do something a little different than it was. Give something a little twist if it started to get kind of bland. If there was anyone pulling the wool over your eyes before, I feel like maybe you're the one that's over that. No one's going to, you know, pull the rug out from under you because you've seen that trick before. You know, you've already recognized when that elephant is sitting in the room, and I feel like there's something here where you're like, yeah, talk to the hand. So maybe you're just not having something, but maybe it's about talking as well. I'm getting something about asking a question, or somebody that I don't know why, I don't know if this is you or someone else, or somebody you're connected to or somebody else is connected to, like not even wanting to ask the question because they didn't want to know the answer. And I feel like what's changed is it's better to know the answer and the truth than to like constantly beat around the bush or be stuck in a cage, because maybe knowing the answer creates a lot of changes. Queen of Meals, Big Mama Pizza, the famous musician. Maybe there's also something about your wish coming true where you are in the spotlight. There's also something about the magician where you're figuring stuff out, because you've done that leap of faith fool thing. You've been a fool. You know, you've gone the wrong way. You're in that new territory and you're learning new things, but this is where you talk. This is where you have ideas and you're like, oh, yeah, I could figure out how to do that thing. I could only put the right tools together. So what would I need? You ask the right questions. You ask others the right questions. It's sometimes where you have help in what you are manifesting, or what you are growing, or how you are becoming, you know, something new. I feel like you're becoming something new than your old self, or what you would have desired is changing. The greatest mystery show of all time. You have to like just kind of let that mystery unfold page by page, situation by situation. You know, a story is not getting to the happily ever after, or, you know, going up to the stratosphere and then it's done. You get to continue something. So even if you reach one goal, what do you get to do next? If you have another morning, what can you wake up and do that you get to do when you are really proud that you got out there and tried something new? I'm also getting that there's something about you constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly expanding, constantly wanting to understand and change your frequency. Rewriting the rules if need be. Let's get you one of these. What is one? Clarifying life situations. Please and thank you. I'm curious now. Nothing's popping out. What would be a message helpful? Woo, woo, yeah. The dance of creativity. I love that. The dance of creativity. Look at you, really in balance. Express your creativity daily. Engage in activities like painting, writing, crafting. Allow your creativity to flow without judgment or expectations. If you want to have one of those adult coloring books and, paint by number and that's your thing, that's cool. If that's not your thing, you like to take the whole paintbrush and just splatter it on the canvas, that's cool. If you feel like you do something and you're like novice and you handle something, that you're not really the professional, so why do it at all? But you enjoy it and your heart is in it, dance like no one's watching you. Or if you are one that likes to be in the spotlight, dance like everybody's watching you. If you need to picture everyone in the audience naked, do that. If you need to picture everyone, up there behind you and you are working with everyone as a team, picture that. It's just releasing judgment. That creative flow is beautiful. If you got, I just thought of like the end of, what is that? Like Little Miss Sunshine when he dances to that song by Jamiroquai. It's kind of like that is the energy I'm feeling. Like he must have done that dance secretly in his bedroom how many times, or no one even knew that, he knew how to do that crazy dance. Maybe I can even find that scene. I haven't seen it in so long. And he just got up there and blew everyone away, Even if it's your first time up there and you don't know if you can do it, but you're really feeling the groove and feeling the flow, because dancing, you're not worried about messing up. You're not worried about that big lift in the end. You're just really in that now. That's the energy you need to figure out. In that now. Don't worry about anyone else's, judgment or what they expect from you. Just, I want to say, like, do you, woo you, boo. And with this, I bid you adieu. I hope this reading was helpful. I love you so much, and I'm going to go take my dog on a walk, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye.